Hello everyone, welcome back to Clusterbmilkshake. I'm your host along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Yeah, today we're going to talk about how a narcissist can act like they're in love with you when everything across the internet says that they are coming at you just to destroy your life. So I want to read some notes that I took on this topic so you can understand that there are different types of intimate relationships with a narcissistic individual, okay? Number one, they are infatuated with their new person. They share in the romance with you, and it feels like love. It even feels like love to a narcissistic person, even if it's obsession, lust, the need to be admired. It doesn't matter. It feels just like, oh my God, the colors are brighter and everything just tastes so much better. You know, it's exciting. They're learning all about you and sees you as perfect. It's a dream come true. Number two, the situationship. They know that they don't want a long-term relationship with you. You are a filler to their boredom and loneliness. Netflix and chill, y'all. They don't want you to disappear, so they will give you the runaround to keep you complacent. Okay, so in these relationships, if you are trying to get a commitment and you are asking them for a yes or no, but you're letting them gobbledygook their mouth off, trying to confuse you, twisting things around. It could be so simple as in, when I'm with you, you're all I care about. Now this makes you feel special, but they didn't answer your question. Are you mine? Are we in a committed relationship or not? Are you seeing other people? Yes or no? Now, if they still want you in the relationship with them and doing all that situational shit and not having to have a commitment with you, dismissive avoidance also do this, or avoidance and even fearful avoidance, just fucking avoidance, okay? Because they don't want to open up their feelings to anyone. They're scared to death that they're going to be hurt. And it has nothing to do with you. You can be dumping all this love and light into somebody, but because of their past, they don't trust it. So they're happy to have a warm body around, but they don't want to be tied down. It's so fucking dumb. It's almost like they're gaslighting themselves. Now, these are the avoidants, okay? Not somebody with narcissistic personality disorder, but an avoidant. You know, they're happy to have a warm body around. They can leave at any time if they feel smothered. You know, it's like an insurance policy, okay? Now, a narcissistic person, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, you know, I want you around, and when I don't want you around, I can dismiss you if something better comes along. So respect yourself. And do not stay in relationships like this. Are we committed or not? They do the fucking bullshit. I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. I don't give a fuck about your cryptic bullshit. Are we together or not? I mean, it's so dumb because we can break up with you whenever the fuck we want. It's so funny. It's like a psychological, what? You mean I have to be tied down and be responsible and Jesus. Anyway, yes or no. If it's a no, don't try to talk somebody into it, and don't try to talk yourself into staying like, oh, maybe they'll want to later. Stop it. Okay, number 3. The 1 or 2 night stand, this is just sex. Friends with benefits, you know there's nothing more. This is made clear. So even if an ex is like, oh, I still want to be friends, and then you're thinking, oh, they want to get back together. If there's no commitment, now you're putting yourself in a situationship, and their mind is friends with benefits. So quit with the self-gaslighting, okay? All right. Number 5, the long-term relationship that starts to lose its shine. The fantasy ends and reality sets in. This is when all the narcissistic garbage starts to take place and you start thinking everything was a lie. They did love you in the beginning of the relationship. Love, okay? But the love disappears when conflict begins. This is when all that lack of object relations, black and white thinking, all the toxic garbage that we don't even know that we're doing. I didn't know this shit. I'm just working on autopilot. This is what happens, break up, make up, break up, make up. Break up, make up. Okay? Number 6, the marriage. Same as number 1 and number 5. Now, number 1 is the infatuation stage. Number 5 is the long-term relationship that loses its shine. Okay? The relationship begins or becomes routine like Groundhog Day. Some will see it like a business. You raise kids, go through the motions. You are breadcrumbed to keep you alive. This is all they can do. This is all that they can give you. They can be very protective over their family. Those that don't need a lot of emotional attention will be okay. So if you are with a narcissistic partner and you are cut off from your emotions too, all you have to do is just shine a light, stroke that ego a little bit of your narcissist. They're happy, and then you're fine because you don't need so much love, care, and attention yourself. Okay? All right. Number 7, the affair. There's 2 types. One is the fantasy escapism. They're never leaving their spouse and lying to their side piece. The other, they believe they are falling in love with somebody. Number 1 starts all over again, the infatuation stage. There will be a divorce or they will bounce back between the 2. Now, I've talked to people who are in that conflict. And I was in that conflict too. It's like, I want to keep my exciting side piece, but then, I'm going to lose the whole marriage that I built and all this shit. And so I'm just, trying to gaslight the shit out of my husband. No, you're perfect and blah. This person is, not as good as you. I mean, that's the truth. But I'm not, I'm just trying to kind of, don't look what's happening. Don't look, instead of taking responsibility and making a choice. All right, what's next? And please don't let the person bounce back and forth. Don't be thinking like, oh, they love me. When you fight, they're going back to them. When they fight, they're going back to you. So do what my husband did and say, do you want a divorce? And I said, yes. If they say no, then you going to counseling, aren't you? Right? All right. Number 8, the shared trauma bond. In this relationship, they believe they met their ultimate partner because you both bring each other so much pain. You are having PTSD responses because you are reliving your childhood abuse through each other. In this scenario, you're both toxic as fuck, okay? These are the narcissist and borderline relationships, all right? Number 9, the relationship with an antisocial and psychopath. They value you and they're getting their needs met. If they are high functioning, they will do their best to keep you happy. They can't love you authentically, but will show you care through their actions. The low functioning is using you as home base. You parent them with unconditional care and forgive them for every fuck up. You're pissed. And they keep promising change. These are the criminals, deadbeats, and hobosexuals. Number 10, borderline relationships. Borderlines fall madly in love with the fantasy of you, the perfect caregiver and provider. They want you to take care of all of their emotional needs. They need your forgiveness, but with the push and pull, you end up with emotional baby shaking syndrome. Okay? So these are all the different types of relationships that you can have with a narcissist or cluster B. As you see, I don't know about histrionic bullshit. Usually is there really just a histrionic, or do you have traits of other stuff? And it looks so much like borderline flavor. I don't fucking know. I don't know. All right. But anyways, so please pay attention. Stop thinking that so black and white. It's either, oh shit, there is no fucking white. It was all a lie. Oh, shut the fuck up. One thing that I saw a therapist who deals with narcissistic people, borderlines, and schizoids, she said that a lot of, to notice somebody who has a problem with relationships, they're going to have black and white thinking on how they see their parents and their exes. It's going to be all bad, or a parental figure perfect in every way, they walk on water, and not seeing any faults. That's not real. Everybody has good and bad about them. They're mixed up. It's a gray area. So if you start only talking shit about your exes and you don't remember any good traits about them, you have a problem. I had to make a list of things, and I can list off a lot of good traits of all my exes, and bad ones, of course. So I have learned not to see them in just all one way or all the other. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in all white, except for grandma, right? Anyway, so I hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.